everyone, welcome back to Devi Diaries, Unveiling Women's Empowerment Across Time. I'm your host Nithya Rangarajan, and today I'm excited to bring you a conversation with a truly multifaceted guest, Dr. Sunita Nayak. She's an anatomy professor at AIIMS, a medical geneticist, researcher, administrator, nutritionist, author, editor, entrepreneur, speaker, and mentor. Her dedication to advancing medical education and empowering others perfectly aligns with the essence of the Devi book. In this episode, we'll explore her inspiring journey, her thoughts on sustainability and empowerment, and how the Devi book can motivate women to rise up and lead in global causes. Let's dive in. Welcome, Sunita ji. So happy to have you here. And we've got some five questions to ask you. And in the end, listeners and people who are watching, please don't go because we are going to have a rapid fire round, okay, in the end with Sunita ji. So, Dr. Sunita, you've had an incredible journey, right, as an anatomy professor, geneticist, researcher, administrator, and so much more, actually. So, as someone with such a diverse background, how do you balance your roles and you stay connected to your passions?
Well, when you are, life throws you a lot of lemons, you have to make a lemonade out of it. My life was not
Mm.
easy. When I was born, like a female child in a North Indian family, it's not welcome. So I was always on a battlefield to prove myself, to so that my parents love me, the society accepts me, and my teachers also appreciate me. From the very beginning, I could feel the difference, a girl child between a girl child and a male child. So I had to struggle a lot. Initially, I found out that when I am doing well in the school, my teacher patted on my back and they appreciated me. And when I came home, I showed my report card. My parents were happy. So gradually, I thought, ki, okay, when you are doing well, then you are appreciated. So, and moreover, my parents were not much educated and we belong to a very low socioeconomic status. And then they were not aware ki what are the things to be taught, how I should learn and all. So it was like my own responsibility because I'm not getting any motivation from anywhere. So it was my own motivation. I should be doing all alone. So I used to run after everybody. Whenever I found a good teacher, I used to run after that teacher and like learn some tips or some tricks. And then gradually I had to tussle so much with my finances, with all the battlefield, as I told you. So it, because life was like so full of struggle. So I thought ki it's not easy to get anything. So I, from the very beginning, I became a fighter. Although I was born in a low socioeconomic status, but the caste was upper caste. So in the upper caste, you are not supposed to beg or ask for anything. You have to earn it. So it was your self respect, your high self esteem that should be maintained also. So with all dignity, I have to work hard. I have to do everything. So that made me, that fighting spirit actually came out of my background. So it was a blessing in disguise. So when life was throwing lemons, I made a lemonade out of it. So that was my background.
That's really nice and that's inspiring also, Suntaji, because I can see when you said like you're coming from a low socioeconomic status family, you've used the best out of it. So you've seen the positive sides of it and you've grabbed all those things and you've made yourself a fighter, a warrior. So that's something that all of us would want to learn from you. So we are going to ask you more questions now.
Sure,
So as
sure.
an educator, yeah, as an educator and a mentor, you've influenced many lives. We all know about you. So now tell me, how do you think the storytelling, no, like the stories in Devi, can inspire women to pursue their passions and also advocate for meaningful causes?
Okay, as you mentioned about storytelling,
Mm.
uh, I would mention my own story. It's like very personal and very sensitive, and I have not shared with anyone. Now I'm mustering the courage to share it. Exactly 15 years ago, when I was writing my MD exam on 30th March 2010, On the third day, in the evening, I was feeling some gut feeling was there. I was not feeling well. Probably it was exam stress or something. I was not able to read. So I just kept my book aside and put my phone. It was the keypad wala phone at that time. So I put
Hmm.
my phone on silent mode and I kept it aside. Kept my books aside. In the evening, I went for a power nap because I was not able to read. There was some uneasiness. So when the evening, when I woke up at 11 o'clock, I saw many missed calls from my husband and his friends. Around 11 missed calls. So when I called them back, I came to know that my father-in-law was no more. He had a massive cardiac arrest. So it took me half an hour to digest the news. And next day morning, I have to appear my exams. This is MD exam. I can't miss it. So I called teacher. So what should I do? So around 11:30, he didn't pick up my call. I asked another teacher. He said, like, you can't save your father-in-law now. And you are, I know okay, you are supposed to be there, but your exam is more important. And probably your father-in-law wanted you to finish that course. So you have to write your exams and then you go to your in-laws place. So when I finished next day, I finished my exams and then took a train to reach my in-laws place at 2 a.m. Next day, 2 a.m. I reached their place. And as usual, daughter-in-law was blamed. I was blamed for his death. And then in the evening, when my husband was not in a good state of mind, so while pacifying and mollifying him, he fell asleep. A message, his phone beeped. A message came on his phone. When I searched, there was a condolence message on his phone. So out of curiosity, I just checked his phone to see whether any other condolence messages are there or not. I realized that I opened a Pandora box. There were
Oh,
many messages. He had multiple affairs.
oh my God.
And that particular day, I realized I lost my father in law, who was my only support system in my in law's place. Then my husband was no more mine because, oh,
Yeah, we
yeah.
get it.
And then my daughter, who was a toddler, just 2.5 years old.
Oh my God.
And on top of that, my guide had threatened me that I won't be able to pass my MD exams because I didn't allow him sexual favors.
Oh my God.
So this is my story. That day I was at crossroads. I didn't know what to do. I had either I would break down and cry, or I had to take a stand because I had to bring up my daughter. No, so
Hmm.
she was a toddler, 2.5 years old. So that particular day, I had to take the bold decision to move out from my in-laws' place, and then I came to my parents' place, and then with the help of my parents, I raised my daughter all single-handedly.
Salute to you.
And then last year only, my husband sent me a divorce notice. So last year only I got divorced. Until then, I was waiting for him. Someday he will return because he has a daughter. My daughter is in now class 12th. She's doing very well. And all this while, I studied a lot. I acquired so many degrees, as you know. And then I became a faculty in AIMS. And now I am in such a good position that I can inspire my students for every aspect, for every chapter, for everything. Like any incidents, I have a story in my own life. So I used to share my story, but this personal story, I never shared. Only now I'm getting the courage to share my personal story. I have shared other stories related to our academics and how I managed with minimum resources, how I managed all those things. So I used to share my stories, but this thing is very particular, very sensitive, very personal, which am sharing it here because you have to awaken the Devi inside you. You are capable,
That's
you can
great.
do. If I can do it, any lady can do it because I didn't have anything. My degree, I didn't have my degree. I was like terrified. What will I do without my MD degrees? Anyways, by God's grace, I did it very well. I finished my MD. I did after that. I attained a lot of degrees, and then now I'm doing well, and my daughter is doing well. God's grace.
Great,
So
great.
That was
First
my
of all,
story.
thank you so much for sharing. You took this opportunity, this podcast show, full on self motivation to express that. And as you said, there is a Devi within all of us. And she always wants us to raise, actually. She doesn't want us to go down or fall back and just sit like that. She always wants us to treat the setbacks as a stepping stone for a comeback. That's all. And your comeback has been really strong. I'm really inspired and motivated, Sunita ji. You're really an inspiration. I'm sure people who are watching, who are listening, they are going to find out that their problems are just nothing in front of yours. That I can definitely tell you. And you are really inspiring. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm always wishing, and all the listeners and people who are watching, all of us wish your daughter the best of luck for her exam and
Thank
best of
you. Thank
everything
you.
for you also. And Sunita ji, as you said, you have a different background altogether, but you have fought and you are a fighter, you are a warrior, as you said. Now, when it comes to environmental issues, no, we also feel that that is also increasingly pressing, and women, no, they're often at the forefront of ecological activism also. But how do you think Devi book encourages women to take responsibility for global causes?
Okay. As I just said, being a mother myself, I am motivating my daughter. And
Yeah.
my mother is not so well educated. She just studied till seventh, but look at her sacrifices. She made a AIMS faculty. Like
Mm.
she is
Yeah.
not much educated, so she had the responsibility. She had the audacity to fight for me and to give me the opportunity to study. So
Yeah.
all the ladies, all the devis in the society, however small role you
Yeah.
have, if you do it, like if you do it sincerely, you can motivate many other parents, many other ladies. And
True.
when you are talking about the environment actually starts from the home only, the household itself. Now, if a
Yeah.
female is managing the garbages like that gila kachra and sukha kachra, that green and blue waste basket, no, the dry kachra
Yeah.
garbage, and starting from there, if you educate the family members how to separate the garbage, the dry ones and the wet ones, then minimal use of plastics. As you know, plastics are giving you that. Maximum people are using plastic bottles, plastic packages everywhere. There are many harmful chemicals like bisphenol and all, no, they secrete certain things in your body. The hormonal imbalances are happening. You might have seen the teenagers, they are getting precocious puberty. Like earlier, the
Yeah.
minarchy, the first time when you get periods, my mother got it at 16 years, I got it at 13 years, my daughter got it as 11 years, the
Mm.
first period. So the
Mm.
age is reducing day by day because of this ecological imbalance. And now
Mm.
what I'm hearing, girl children who are in class 2, 2 or 3, hardly 6 or 7 years old, they are getting the first periods because of this eating habit, the plastic use and the environmental pollution, all these ecological aspects, the greenhouse effect, the global rise of temperature, all
Mm.
those things. Many, it's not a single thing. It's like all of them multiplied together. Everything is adding on, and the hormones which are injected in our plant, like all our vegetables, in our meat, and then even the cows are in oxytocin and thing.
Yeah.
All those injections are being given, and to amplify the meat production, the that hens and the poultry farms, they are using different hormonal injections. All these artificial things and the pesticides, all those things are actually leading to
Mm.
all this type of PCOD, the
Correct.
polycystic ovarian disease is rampant in the
Yeah.
females. We are facing all the things, and the cancer, the ovary cancer, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, all these cancers in female, breast cancer, it is rising day by day
Mm.
because our habits are like we have become like that. Our habits are changing, our ecology is changing, so everything should start from the home. Your awareness, your knowledge, everybody is having the knowledge, everybody is having
Yeah.
the attitude to use it, but practice, nobody cares. Why should I do? Why should I plant a tree? If I plant a
Mm,
tree, it
yeah.
will be bearing fruit after 100 years, then I won't be here to get the fruit. So let the others, why should I? That thing, no, why should I care for others? That thing, unless it
Mm,
comes within, you can't change. So
mm,
everything lies within. We have to look inside. That spiritual awakening and the helping the attitude. So all the Devis, we have that feminine quality, the softer side. You saw in the COVID pandemic, our Mother Earth, actually it healed because
yeah,
the
exactly.
humans were inside their household, and the industries were not there, not working condition, lockdown, complete lockdown. So Mother Earth healed because the ecology survived because of these inhuman activities. We are human, but we do all inhuman activities. So this is like
Yeah.
all, everything the feminine side is when a male acquires the highest level of intelligence, he acquires some feminine qualities. That is the softer side. To heal others, to be having some soft corner for others, that softer side. So that is the
Mm,
Devi. Every male also has a Devi inside him. All the feminine
true.
qualities. They also secrete that female hormones. Like we also secrete the testosterone, which is the male hormone. Males also have a minimum amount of estrogen, which is the female hormone. So it's not about the hormone. Actually, at least the softer side. They should awaken the softer side. That is the feminine
Mm,
qualities. So that will help
yeah.
in ecological balance.
Yeah, true, true. And as you said, people are thinking, why should I care? Had our
Hmm.
ancestors thought like that, we wouldn't have had so many trees at least to save us, no? Now we have a
Yes.
better environment. So they didn't think that, okay, why should I care and plant this tree? They were not like that. So as you said, it's an awakening for all of us that we have to start planting trees. There are mothers for trees. So I met one of my author friends. She introduced herself as I am a mother of five plants. So I
Okay.
love that the way she introduced. So I said I will also volunteer for that. I am so happy to do that, and I also have a small garden in at home also. So whatever ways we can do, as you said, each and everything that you do is going to matter, however small it might be. So people, please start doing that. And Sunita ji, I also wanted to ask you from a researcher and a nutritionist point of view because you are into multiple things. So, as a researcher and a nutritionist, you understand the value of sustainability of both personal and I think planetary levels, right? So, now how do you see the lessons of Devi being applied to create a more sustainable world?
In our book Devi, we could see
Hmm.
the ladies out of minimum resources and whatever available strength they had, they could do wonders out of the limited resources they had. So similarly, in our background, also in our country, we are a developing country and we don't have enough infrastructure. We don't, for us also doing research also, sometimes we don't get the funds, adequate funds. So we know the Jugaad system, Jugaadu thing. No, every household, every lady, they have that Jugaadu instinct. And out of that minimum resource, no sustainable, like when I we know the sasta sundar tikau tarika of everything. We will find out the sasta type, like whichever will, like minimum resources, the way the best out of waste we can make. So we have that quality inborn. It's there in everybody. All Indians have that because we are born with limited resources, and with that limited resource we can make the best out of it. Like when you are talking about nutrition, suppose I'm a housewife, I don't have enough money to buy all the healthy, so-called the costly fruits and all. No need to buy. If you are a housewife and you don't have enough money, no need to buy the costly fruits like the dragon fruit, the kiwi, avocado, which is available in the malls. It's not at all nutritious. It is nutritious in the countries where it is grown. It is like imported. For us, the seasonal food, the local food, local fruits also, or the food also, which do not have the, if you don't know the English name, like when you have to think about it, like moringa. Moringa, the drumstick, when you have to think, okay, iska English name kya hai? If you are having some confusion about the English name, then that's the good food. So it is the local seasonal food which is good for your health. And go for the vegetables which are like very cheap. the seasonal ones, because nowadays see tomato is easy, like it's cheaper. Cabbage, it's winter season, so all the green leafy vegetables, methi ka saag, and all those sags you can buy. Make use of the season. So seasonal fruits and vegetables which are cheap. Don't need to buy the costly ones. Cheap fruits and vegetables, try to consume them in plenty according to the season. So according to the season, when you're eating, no, you'll get the maximum benefit. All the vitamins, minerals,
Correct.
you'll absorb it. And your resources also are limited, so you don't have to spend much money. And then look for multi grains like millets. Use maximum
Yeah.
use of millets. And then when you are cooking, try to rotate the oil which you are using. Suppose today you are using mustard oil, tomorrow try to use the
Mm,
refined oil, the groundnut oil, sunflower oil.
mm.
Try to rotate. And when you are cooking dals also, like try to mix all the dals. Then the amino acids, no, whichever is deficient in this particular dal will be there in that.
Okay,
Like
so the balance.
balance will be there. Like Indian
Mm.
diets, no, idli is the best breakfast because you have rice and dal together, no.
Yeah, correct.
Dal chawal have the amino acid which is deficient in rice is present in dal, and which is deficient in dal is present in rice. So that combination itself is a healthy food. So that knowledge you should have. You don't have need to have enough money to buy nutritious food. So all the fresh raw vegetables having a lot of water content in them, like cucumber, all those things, no, which have a lot of water content, that are good antioxidants. They will like help in your skin antioxidant. You will be aging. Your aging will be not be fast,
Yeah.
and they
Mm.
have anti-cancerous property
Correct,
also.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all the vitamins and minerals you'll be getting out of them. And then while doing research, you know the Jigadu technique, how to use the minimum. So I apply it in my daily routine. And I, being a role model, my students follow me naturally. I don't have to teach them. They simply observe,
Mm.
okay, madam, as a career, they do it naturally.
Yeah. Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much for the hack that which vegetable we should actually pick. And that was a very good hack. You told us that if you don't know the English name, then that's the right one. And
Yes.
season. So what I understood was season should be the reason why you are eating that food. And that is also very nice. And as you said, since you are the role model, when we be that person, automatically people follow us. So it's not necessary that we have to tell them explicitly. So wonderfully said, Sunita ji. And but still, sometimes, you know what happens? What I feel is many women they feel their individual efforts are not making much of a difference. So, based on the Devi book, you tell us what would you like to tell them about the power of small actions?
Yeah, like every character in that book, they were not born with a
Mm,
silver spoon, or they were not born talented. They were not born in a kingdom with all the all the resources. They had to struggle. Somewhere
mm,
they had to
yeah,
fight with the males. Somewhere they had to fight within themselves. Like every day, all the devis, all the ladies, look at you, look at me, like we
yeah,
have to struggle a lot. We are doing multitasking to the level of insane quality. Like imagine
yeah,
early morning situation, like you are in the kitchen, you are looking after the tiffin, you are looking after your kids,
yeah,
you are looking after the dudwala and pani ka motor, and ironing clothes. So many things you are juggling with all those things.
yeah.
So, and still you manage to do all those things, and you are bringing so much abundance to the household. And in our book
True.
also, every character herself is a inspiration for others. Every character, out of those minimum things, how they could make a change, how could they could create a difference in the society. And they have inspired, like every lady has a story to inspire, however
Mm,
minuscule. Look at my mother. She she doesn't have a good exposure, but she could make me. Now I am
yeah.
making doctors. Like I am making doctors all over India. They are going abroad. They are calling me. We are doing well. Like so,
Wow.
the minimum thing which my mother did, I am doing it to my level. Then I am making doctors. They are doing at their level. So we
Exactly.
should not feel inferior. Everybody
True.
has a role to play when you are given the birth of a human. No, don't take yourself as a body. पीपल से कि फीमेल है तो क्या कर लेगी, तो वो फीमेल के लाइक आई एम बीइंग अ anatomy teacher, we I can tell you that 90% of the body, the structure of your body, 90% of the male and female are same. Only 10% is difference, that is your reproductive region, whichever is used in your reproductive things. And muscle, bone mass, they have stronger, but they have the strength. But
Mm.
everything lies here. Nowadays,
Yeah,
machines have come up. You don't have to work hard. No muscular strength is needed. Machines, computers, everything is like they can do artificial intelligence, everything like by the click of a button, everything is being done. So here lies the power. Now,
correct.
and me being a Devi, I would tell you rather females are born more fit. We have that
Mm.
extra X chromosome, and we
Mm.
have the mitochondrial DNA. So every child, no, the child gets the mitochondrial DNA only from the mother. So that
Mm.
powerhouse already comes from the mother. So we are Devi who amplifies everything. So we have that thing here, and all the males should also actually amplify the feminine quality within themselves and respect the female around them, because they bring so
Yeah.
much of abundance. So all the Devis salute to all of them in our book and outside the book, in our society, everywhere.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love this because see, generally, women feel they are doing so much. If you see from the morning, as you said, from the morning till the evening, they do so much. But at the end of the day, when they think, they feel that they've not accomplished anything. So I also tell my mentees that a mother is the nucleus of a family. She is the one around whom the whole family is revolving. If she is happy, the family is happy. If she is sad, the family is sad. As you said, your mother helped you come up in life, and you are doing your part to your daughter and also to the society. So, this is how people grow when a woman is taking some action, right? So, that's really nice. We had a wonderful time with you, Sunita ji. But I want to ask you, are you ready for a rapid fire round quickly?
Before that, I would say one more line.
Yeah,
Females are actually the heart of the society. uh,
yeah.
in our body, because I being a anatomist, no, my subject comes up naturally. So it's like
Hmm.
urge.
Yeah,
So in our
understood.
body, when your body develops, no, the first thing which develops in your body is your heart. It develops at fifth week of intrauterine life. Inside your mother's womb, no, heart starts beating first. That's the first organ which starts beating.
Mm,
And when you
mm,
die, that is the last organ to die.
mm.
So a female, look at any mother, any female in a household, she wakes up early in the morning. She is the first person to wake up, and she is the last person to go to bed. So she is
Yeah.
like the heart. She is like the heart of the household. So
Wow.
first to start and last to sleep. So
Mm.
females are the heart of the society. So you have to
Super.
respect your heart. So you have to respect your heart. Heart.
Wonderful,
Now
wonderful.
I'm ready for the rapid fire.
Great. Okay. So one thing that inspires you daily.
Daily, me being a Devi, me being an
Wow.
inspiration for my daughter, like
Super. Okay.
my daughter and my students.
Super. Okay. Your mantra for success?
From my very beginning, I have learned that teaching is my passion and learning is my desire. So I keep myself motivated to learn new skills. Like still I'm studying another course. Simultaneously I'm doing two more courses. So that another degree, that learning thing is there within me. And then
Yeah.
I transfer it to my students. So that is my passion. So teaching is my
Mm.
passion and learning is my desire, is me.
Great.
That is the mantra.
Okay. Fabulous. Okay. So a book that changed your perspective.
Well, there are many books which I came across during my school days. So I was a voracious reader since I didn't have enough money. So I was a regular library student. So I used to search all the books. I used to read many story books, novels, and all those things. I finished. The very first book in my early childhood was the by Shiv Khera, You Can Win. So
Mm. Oh,
and
wow.
the first quote, no, he said, and one more thing I would tell you, when I was born, no, I was not a good looking. Even now, I don't feel like it's nothing about the skin color. I was born as a dark child. Like skin color was not good. I was not looking good. So that inferiority complex was always there. But when I came across that book, the first quote he wrote, like it was like a story. A child was asking a balloon wala कि कौन सा balloon सबसे ऊपर जाएगा. A balloon, the balloon wala had a red color, blue color, black color balloon. So the child was asking which balloon will go to the highest level. So balloon wala replied, it's not about the color of the balloon, it is which gas is inside that will
Hmm.
make the balloon rise higher. So that quote actually I accepted it. So it's not about my skin color, it's what inner qualities I can imbibe so that I can rise, I can go higher and higher. So that
Yeah,
thing from Shiv Khera, you can win, that was the first thing which I liked, and then I absorbed it forever.
fantastic. Very
After that
nice.
many books, after
Hmm.
that many books I
Yeah,
read.
right. Great. So, your favorite form of self-care?
Again, going for another course, something new, so
Oh,
that
okay.
learning
Lifelong
something
learner.
new.
Okay. Yeah,
Something
I
new
understand.
every day I try to learn from people around me, from the nature also, from animals also.
Hmm.
Like you see an ant, how like how much laborious an ant is, and
Yeah, correct.
the unity. So
Yeah,
learning from everybody is my daily ka mantra.
wonderful. Okay,
Everybody around.
nice. Okay, a quality every woman should have.
Perseverance.
Wow,
That
wonderful.
so that is what made me what I am, and I think
Every
that's
woman
my
needs that. That's
yeah.
true. As you said, no, women, they always face a lot of struggles. But when they are following this perseverance, when they are persevering something, they are very clear, they are very determined that we have to face that and come out of that. They will definitely do that. They have that power within them. As you said, the beauty is actually in the inside. So we should realize that, and we as a woman, we have to start coming out of the shell we have been creating for ourselves. We have to break that and come outside. And that's really nice, Sunita ji. We had a wonderful time with you, and I'm sure all the listeners and people who are watching will definitely love this episode. It is full of action. It is now, I would say, it is now brimming with inspiration and motivation for them, and they will definitely become action takers after watching your episode. Thank you so much for being here. And Sunita ji, if you want to convey something to our listeners, please do that now.
Okay. So whoever is listening to us, just think that whatever miniature task you minuscule, whatever minimum work you are doing now, you never know whom you are inspiring. You never know
Mm,
who is observing you and who is getting inspired. Even if you touch one life positively, that will be an achievement. So don't think your
great.
life is not good enough. Whatever you are doing, just do it well. People get inspired automatically.
Very true, very true. Thank you so much for joining, Sunita ji. So we will meet more and more authors in the upcoming weeks, and so people, please stay tuned. Okay, so we'll see you in the next week. Bye. Thank you, Sunita ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Devi Diaries, Unveiling Women's Empowerment Across Time. This conversation with Dr. Sunita Nayak has been deeply enlightening, isn't it? Her insights into sustainability, empowerment, and the transformative power of storytelling remind us about the importance of embracing the Devi within. I hope today's episode has inspired you to take even small steps towards meaningful change, whether it's in your own life, your community, or for the planet. If you loved this conversation, don't forget to share it and stay tuned for more episodes because we are celebrating the incredible stories behind the Devi book. Until next time, remember change begins with you, and the Devi within is always ready to rise.